Hi, I'm Glenn Everett, Master of Machines. Last episode we featured Greg's wild hatchback Tirana. This episode we catch up again and take a look at some more wild and wonderful machines. And believe me, there's no shortage of big engines. And be sure to subscribe to our channel for more awesome content coming your way. If it's car collections you like, then we have found one. It's got a great mix of classic, muscle and race cars, so stay tuned. This one is going to blow you away. Greg, I noticed there's a very serious looking Capri track car here. Tell us about that.
That's actually the fastest aspirated car in Australia. Runs a 760. It's got 1400 horsepower and yeah, serious bit of gear.
That is big horsepower. It's naturally aspirated, isn't it?
Naturally aspirated.
And how big would the engine be?
It's a 604 cube.
That is a monster, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a serious bit of git. It's a mission to get that car down the track, but mate, what a handful.
I would imagine it would be a very serious car to drive too. Like by the time you got down the end of the strip, you'd know you're alive, wouldn't you?
Yeah, 760, yes, definitely wakes you up, especially in a old Capri.
I've seen that thing out at the strip actually, and the thing wheels up in the air. It's
yeah, sits on the back bumper bar, it's ace.
and the car is absolutely immaculate too. It's a race car, but it's like a show car.
Yep, there's no lack of love and money put into that car, let me tell you.
And I've noticed another Aussie icon, a HT Monaro.
Yeah, that's another friend's, Darren Edwards. It's got a big block, 632 cube motor. It's 1350 horsepower, naturally aspirated as well. Runs an 870 and yeah, serious bit of gear.
Wow, I mean, there's nothing better than that body shape, I think, when it comes to Aussie classics in that period.
Yeah.
Monaros just look so sleek, don't they?
And still registered.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't get to drive it on the street much anymore, at all actually, but it's good to have it, you know what I mean?
And the paint on that car too, and the colour, spectacular.
Yeah, candy apple, yeah, it's beautiful. He's got another little LJ with a small block painted the same colour.
So a matching pair.
A matching pair. Nice to have in the shed, wouldn't it be?
I mean, it is good to see these races out at the strip, but to see them in such immaculate condition, I've got a massive amount of respect for these guys, you know?
Well, it's a passion of love, you know what I mean? And you respect the horsepower. Like, when I smash my car, it's just one of those things, but until you have a close call or that, you've just got to respect it because they're angry.
Very angry.
Yeah.
So Greg, what do we have here? A work in progress by the looks of it.
Yeah, that's my 67 Chevelle. I bought it a couple of years ago and decided to put a big block in it.
And another big block.
Yeah, another big block.
Tell us about the engine.
It made 660 conservatively, and that's with a substandard manifold and carby, and we've upgraded that and should hope to get 700 thereabouts out of it.
Geez, that'll do the trick.
Yes, definitely.
I love these early Chevelles. You don't really see that many of them. You see more of the early 70s Chevelles, don't you?
Yeah, mate imported it from the States and rang me on it, and I went and had a look and said, yep, definitely, that's me.
Any other plans for the car?
No, just tidy up a bit of the Duco on it here and there and yeah, drive it.
I don't blame you, I want to drive it too.
Exactly.
And then we're talking about the 60s here, but the Camaro, she looks great.
Yeah, the Camaro's a really, really nice car. The paint's beautiful on it. It's just so nice to drive the car. Again, nothing flash in the motor, a mild 350 with an Edelbrock manifold and carby, a small stall converter, and it's just lovely to drive, especially on a nice day. Pull the roof off and go for a cruise.
I mean, I never realised how much fun a convertible could be until I started driving one around, a Mustang convertible.
And it's an enjoyment, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's fantastic. Yeah, I love it. My wife never will let me get rid of that car. She loves that one, and we're keeping it.
So you don't need 500 horsepower to enjoy a car with that sort of scenario?
No, not at all. Not at all. And listen, where can you use 500 horsepower on the street now anyway?
Nowhere.
They're always busting your onions.
And you've also got the old school centre lines on it too, I noticed. They do look the part on the early cars, don't they?
Yeah, listen, I've changed the wheels on that a few times, put weld wheels and convos on it, but I just like the original line, so they look really nice, I think.
And you're not only into 4 wheels, but you're also into 2 wheels, I see.
Anything with a motor, really, Glenn. I come across a Harley I didn't want to buy, but this come along and he sent me a photo of it, and I said, well, wow, I've got to have that. So I thought, you know, what the hell, we'll get into a bike.
And it looks like a serious bit of kit.
He spent some serious money on it, and it rides as good as it looks. It's amazing with the big bars and that. It's something different to ride. It's like sitting in a lounge chair, believe it or not.
Big cube engine?
1340. Yeah, no, it's good. It starts every time. It never has a problem. It's really good. It's got a cam and that in it, as you'd expect. Yeah, it's a good bit of gear.
And another car I noticed here is your Cadillac, the Barnfind.
A young guy actually got it left down to him by his dad in 67 or 68, and he blew the motor up the same year he got it left to him. So it sat in a barn till late 90s, sitting there unrestored, and it's done 90,000 miles. He built a motor for it and I bought it off him. And it went all over America from 56 to 68, once a year to different places in America. And we've got all the documentation of the Devil's Mountain and the Grand Canyon and things like that. So that was a really good find.
Jeez, because the car looks just so honest. It doesn't look like it's been tarted anyway. It looks like it's got even factory paint on it. Would I be correct?
Yeah, no, it hasn't been touched at all. Even the electric seats. They had electric seats in 56.
Well, back in the day, they were a real high-end car, weren't they?
Yeah, exactly. And the heater comes through the doors into the back seat. It's, yeah, they're quite amazing, actually. The technology back then. And
what power plant does it run?
I think they've got a 360 in it. I haven't really divulged into it. I just seen the car, liked it and thought, hey, I've got to have that.
Step in, turn the key and drive in style.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, it's a bit of a big boat, but I like it. Yeah, I'll put some lakes pipes on it eventually and do a few mods, make it my own, you know.
A few old school tweaks.
Yeah, have something a little bit different.
Well, what an incredible episode this has been, and what a fantastic mix of cars. And the standard of the cars is absolutely amazing. A credit to Greg with his fantastic collection here. Anyway, I don't know about you, but the sun's shining and I'm on this machine. Thanks for watching, and we'd really appreciate it if you'd like and comment on this video. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and click the notifications bell, because there's a lot more content coming your way.